Let's go right to Dylan Dreyer at the map now with the latest updates. Dylan, what are you seeing?
Lester, we are seeing a lot. The tropics are very active, and we're going to first start with Hurricane Fiona, which is still a Category 3 storm at this time, but it's expected to weaken as it moves through eastern Canada. Winds are still up to 125 miles per hour, and even though it's weakening, we could still see wind gusts up to 70 to 100 miles per hour and perhaps as much as 10 inches of rain. Tropical Depression 9 in the Caribbean, though, is what we will be keeping a very close eye on because this is expected to strengthen in water temperatures of around 85 degrees, perhaps strengthening to a 1, then a 2, then perhaps even a major hurricane by the time it approaches right now the western side of Florida. It's been about 5 years since we've had a storm hit this part of Florida, so this is something we will need to keep a very close eye on as we get to the weekend and into the middle of next week, Lester.
Okay, Dylan, thank you. And as Canada's Atlantic coast braces for Fiona's historic punch, it could have been much worse in Bermuda, while in the Caribbean, many are still struggling. Morgan Chesky is in Bermuda with the latest.
Tonight, Fiona's wrath far from over. The deadly storm battering Bermuda early this morning, unleashing its now infamous winds on the small island, sideswiped by the powerful hurricane overnight.
This is the worst we've seen so far for Fiona. Even though it is about 100 miles to the west of us, that wind only picking up, and we're seeing the one thing that officials were concerned about, storm surge.
Wind gusts topping 90 miles an hour knocked out power to nearly half the island. Dee Furbert surprised by the power of the glancing blow.
The rain, the wind gusts, which was swirling and circulating, that's when I knew it was real.
Remarkably, on the island of more than 60,000 people, officials stress no one was hurt.
Was Bermuda prepared for this one?
Most definitely.
National Security Minister Michael Weeks credits Bermuda's building code, requiring structures to withstand 110-mile-an-hour winds.
We may have lost 2 or 3, maybe 4 roofs, and when I say roofs, are just parts of them.
The now Category 3 hurricane churning north in the Atlantic towards Canada. NBC's Maggie Vespa is there.
Here in Halifax, Nova Scotia, fear is mounting. This normally packed boardwalk completely empty. Officials are shutting it down tonight. And ferries, public transit here, they're also planning to halt service. This as people stock up on water, non-perishables, utility companies calling for all hands on deck, expecting massive outages. Given Fiona's historic strength and size, as the mayor put it, if you're scared, you're smart.
After ravaging Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic, Fiona's now claimed at least 10 lives and leaves hundreds of thousands without power or water. A brutal reality that could continue for months.
And Morgan Chesky joined me for what appears to be a much calmer Bermuda right now. Morgan, the power outages there have been restored.
Yeah, Lester, for the most part, yes. Surprising progress, thanks in large part to the weather. At the peak, we're told about 30,000 people were in the dark. That's about half the population of Bermuda. But tonight, the premier of the island tells me crews have cut that number in half and are busy at this hour.